be talking about the squat, and I'm going to go over some of the most common errors slash bad cues that I've seen so far. A lot of people make these mistakes, okay? So the first one I'll go over is the chest up cue, okay? So because usually when people say chest up, they say chest up, butt out, right? That puts you in that Instagram girl squat position, right? But the reason this sucks is because in that hyperextension, you can't get your core on. You can't get your transverse abs on, right? Your transverse abs are what attach the ribs to the pelvis, and they're essentially your core. I kind of went over this in one of my deadlift videos. I'll link that in the description below. But if your core is not on, obviously your back's not safe, right? So hyperextending it and getting that core off, lengthening that core so it can't activate, is really unsafe on your back. Not only that, if you're in hyperextension and your core isn't stable, you can't transfer force smoothly from the ground. You can't transfer force smoothly from the ground, through your legs, through your core, into the bar, okay? So it's also about force transfer. You want your TA on, you want your ribs down, pinned with your pelvis, so that when you squat, you can transfer this force smoothly through the ground, through your core, into the bar. Also guys, when you're hyperextended, you don't get any support from your glutes, your hamstrings, your hip extensors, and your core, right? So it becomes very quaddy, and bad. Right? So if you find that your back is always really sore and your quads are always very sore when you squat, you're probably in hyperextension. You might want to take a look at that, right? Get yourself neutral, pin those ribs down, level with the pelvis, keep them parallel with each other throughout your movement, and then that way you get support from your hip extensors as well as your core. So your transverse abs, guys, or your TA or TBA, are important because they attach the ribs and the pelvis together all throughout. The rectus abs, or your six-pack, only attach from the front. Obliques are on the side, but the TA, the transverse abs, go all the way around, right? Front, sides, a little bit in the back. They actually act as your natural belt, and that's why it's so important to learn how to use it. So I'm going to go over core bracing in another video in detail, but just to give you guys a short overview of how to do it, to get your TA on, a lot of times when you want to learn is you want to push yourself, palpate right here, right at your oblique, because it's easier to feel your TA under your oblique than under your rectus abs, right? I think I might be a little ahead right now for a gen pop, but it's okay. So push into your obliques right here. There are flies everywhere. Exhale until you feel your TA. Push your hand out, right? So I'll show you guys, my finger is bending, right? I'm pushing it in and my finger stays bent and only my TA is pushing my finger out. Transverse abs. Yep, so I exhale to that point. And guys, it should literally, when you're just learning this, it should feel like you're suffocating, okay? When you exhale, you want to exhale all your air. Don't cheat, don't go. Exhale all the way. And you'll feel that TA engage for sure. After you get your tension and your TA activated from your exhale, breathe in while holding onto that tension. This is very important. If you breathe in and let go of it, then that exhale was pointless, right? So exhale, get your TA on, hold on to that as you inhale. It's usually easier to do this through the nose. And if you need a little more, get it through the mouth while holding onto that core tension, okay? And that locks your ribs and pelvis together, keeps them parallel so that you have that stability. And the second one, guys, is the knees out cue, right? Excessive knees out is a problem because it shuts your adductors off. As well, it biases you into more extension too, right? So you want to actually not push your knees out more than you need to, because the adductors also help with hip extension. That's something I went over in another video as well. Adductors help with hip extension. Adductor magnus' second function is hip extension, and all the other adductors stabilize the hip. So you don't want to just turn them off completely and go knees out, knees out. So ground them, keep them level. Don't let them cave in more than the angle of your toes, but don't push them out excessively. You want that stability and support from your adductors. So that's it for this video, guys. Just to reiterate, do not go chest up, do not arch your back. Get your transverse abs on, pin those ribs level with your pelvis, or supported, neutral, not extended, and then don't push knees out too much. Get the adductors on, stay level, stay neutral, supported, and yeah. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you found this useful, if you find it helps you on your squat when you actually apply it, do me a favor, guys, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Do backflip. Oh, that was really high.
Yeah.